Hi and welcome. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is September 21st, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and come back for more. Today I'm going to be doing the Reseller News Weekends. I got some windows open up, so let's get right to it. Okay, for those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim on these websites. However, I will give you the URL as to where I get the information from, and the rest is up to you if you like to pick up where I left off. This one here is called Phone Arena, and the URL is www.phonearena.com. The story is UA Mate 20 Pro is cheaper than ever on eBay with stellar hardware and Google Apps. This story came out September 20th, 2019. And for those who are new, you're probably wondering, why do I always have to throw the dates out there? It's because I don't want you guys to think I'm giving you old information. So I like to share that with you guys. Anyway, it goes on to say, while the Mate 30 and the Mate 30 Pro are undoubtedly stylish and powerful phones with incredible advanced camera kits, it's hard to get excited about UA's latest high-end enders, when it seems they will be prohibited from accessing crucial Google apps and services like Play Store, Maps, and Chrome. It goes a little further to say here, whoops, got a commercial popped up there. Sorry about that, folks. It goes on to say here, but you know what? You could buy at a significantly lower price than $799. Now, this is all in pounds, no doubt, or $1,099 with a fully licensed version of an Android onboard. Last year's Mate 20 Pro, that's exactly right. Obviously, 6.4-inch powerhouse is not actually officially available in the U.S. for any authorized retailers, but a top-rated eBay seller can currently hook you up with a brand new one, unused, unopened, undamaged unit in its original packaging for only $498.99. I'm not going to read too much into this, folks, but if you want to pick up where I left off, you're more than welcome. It's also got, I guess this person did a little video here. I believe they're talking about this one here. Maybe it's a different one. Oh, Xperia. Okay, it might be a different one. You might want to go and check out this URL, this website, to check out the active hyperlinks. These are all in blue or active hyperlinks. Now, if you choose not to go go to the active hyperlinks, or you don't want to read them, I could just scroll down to the bottom of the page here, and you could just pick up where I left off. There's not really much here. It's such a featured video here if you want to check that out. But for the most part, there's not really much to read over here. So I highly recommend that you check it out. And I'm trying to close these ads out. I'm sorry about that, folks. It is a nice looking phone, though, to be honest with you. It is nice. I don't know what you guys think about it. Me personally, I'm an Apple guy. I would love to buy the new Apple 11 Pro, but it's out of my budget right now. Really sharp looking phone. But this one here is not too bad either. I mean, if you like this, you want to try out this type, this product here. For the most part, it seems like it's a good price. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with it. I know of the company, but I don't know what you guys think. So if you want to share that with us, let me know. And we're going to move to the next window here. And this one here is from TameBay, and the URL is www.tamebay.com. I'm not going to read too much into this here. It just says eBay to collect sales tax for additional U.S. states. This story was posted September 9, 2019. And it goes on to say eBay has announced a scheduled collection of sales tax on their seller's behalf for an additional U.S. states beginning from October 1st. On the 1st of October, I should say, I'm sorry. The marketplace will begin collecting sales tax on applicable transactions for buyers in Arizona, California, Colorado, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Nevada, North Dakota, South Carolina, Texas, and Utah. Additional states will likely be added as the regulation is slowly penetrating the majority of U.S. states. Okay, well, that's good to know. I mean, I think they must be doing something for New York, because every time they make sales in New York, you can see the sales tax. I have it activated, but it seems like once the buyer makes the purchase, the tax amount disappears. So I'm assuming they're collecting for New York, but I don't hold me accountable. I don't want to be accountable for that. I'm thinking they might. I don't know. I could be wrong though, but it doesn't matter because I do my own taxes anyway, and I always collect the sales tax for New York anyway. But it just seems that they are doing that for my state anyway. I could be wrong though. All right. Let's move to the next one here. Now, the next one here is about a scam. I've talked about this before, folks, in regards to people being scammed on eBay. And I've done videos about this, and I got two other windows: how to avoid getting scammed and how to recognize a common, what's this one here? Common eBay scams against the buyers. But we're going to go with this one first. Again, this is with TameBay.com. And it goes on, this story was posted September 20th, 2019. It says 5 more eBay sellers scammed of 70K or 70 pounds, because it is in the UK, reveals this is money. Okay, it goes on to say the loss of nearly ended us. 5 eBay sellers reveal how they lost $70,000 to fraudsters, siphoning off sales to copycat PayPal accounts. And then the little highlighted ones over here, it says 5 sellers told the money they lost, totaling $70,000 to a scam. They got in touch after we published the story of a seller who lost $54,000. Fraudsters hacked eBay accounts and set up fake PayPal addresses on listings. These accounts were almost identical to the legitimate addresses. They weren't notified when these changes happened, and often did not notice. So it goes a little more to say here. Let me just get a swig of water here, folks. I'm sorry. It goes on to say, This Is Money has published a follow-up story today, revealing that 5 more eBay sellers scammed of sales proceeds that have come forward. They have jointly totaled $70K in the eBay PayPal email address scam. Now, I'm not going to read too much into this here, folks, okay? I'm going to scroll down. If you'd like to read more into this here, definitely go to the URL, the website, which is www.tamebay.com, and you could read more of this yourself, okay? The reason why I'm sharing this here about the scam thing here is because I did a video a while back about people being scammed and how to avoid it and how to protect yourself. So I'm kind of like doing a follow-up on it. This is all new information, though, as you can see. So I like to share this information with you guys. So the next 2 windows I have opened is WikiHow, how to avoid getting scammed, and we're going to go to that one right now. Let me close this one out. This one here is how to avoid getting scammed on eBay. This was updated September 5th, 2019. It goes in an age where the bulk of informal marketing training happens online. eBay is a pioneer. If you have an avid user of eBay, most of your experiences have probably been great. However, there will always a chance that you'll be scammed, and no matter how rare the chance is, you should be prepared for it. Here are a couple of different ways to avoid being scammed when buying or selling on eBay. And then they'll talk about, method 1, avoiding scams while buying. Help us protect your account. For higher level of protection, make sure your personal info is up to date. I'm just going to read the highlight stuff in here. I'm not going to get too much into this, folks. Then the other one is number 1. Well, that's method 1. This is number 1. Safeguard your account before you even bid on the first item. Make sure the PayPal and eBay settings are secure as possible. It's not a bad idea an entirely separate email and bank account dedicated solely to eBay transactions. Now that's me. I have a PayPal account. I also have my personal business account. So when I get money from PayPal, it gets transferred right away over to my business account. I do not leave any money in my PayPal account. That's the reason why I do it that way. I have more access to it, and I have better control of my money, when it's in my own personal account as opposed to being on PayPal. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but that's just why I like to do it. Because then it goes on to say here, the same logic applies to home addresses, especially if you're purchasing something from a long-distance seller. Consider picking the package up at the post office. The method provides added security coupled with your retention of privacy. You could do it that way as well. Then it goes on over here. The top 10 eBay cons, guide to common frauds on eBay. But then I'm not going to read this whole thing here. But this one says, familiarize yourself with the common scams. If you don't know the playbook, you're liable to end up as a statistic in it. Most eBay scams target buyers centered around sending faulty products for an insane markup or simply not sending the product outright after the payment is delivered. Folks, you got to be careful with this stuff. I said it many times before in my other videos. When it comes to scams, if you hear people saying, pay me with credit cards or eBay gift cards or gift cards in general, that should be a turn off. Just cancel it out or whatever. Just back out of that thing, because once you get involved with that there, most likely it's going to be a scam. And I've done videos on this here. I don't know where they are. If I get a chance, I could try to leave links to show you the ones I'm talking about, and you could pick up where I left off on that if you want to watch them. Let's see the next one over here. Let's see here. Number 3, scope out the user's account. While this isn't the most accurate way to determine whether or not someone is a scammer, it eliminates the possibility of buying from someone with a ton of negative reviews or a lack of history. Now, I'm a firm believer in when I buy stuff from a seller, and this goes for me too. I'm not excluding myself. I always check out the seller's feedback score. If they have a lot of negatives, how their positives are, and I always recommend people the same thing. If you're buying from me, please check out my feedback score before you make a purchase. Okay. I have no problem with that there. Right now, 100% feedback, positive feedback. And I think if you look at some of the feedbacks that people left, I think you'd be pretty happy with the stuff my service, on eBay. But definitely, I'm all for that there. So, and then it goes on to say this is precaution. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting tongue twisted here. Tongue tied, actually. This precaution is most contextual, so be sure to ask questions. If you contact the seller, it'll tell you they've been working on eBay for years when their account was registered last week. True. Okay. That should raise an immediate red flag. All right. So I'm not going to get too much into this here. Number 4, I'm just going to read the highlight ones over here. Pay attention to the terms of the transaction. If you don't read the fine print, and somebody ships you a damaged or faulty item as is, eBay won't side with you in this dispute. It is shady but technically legal. Therefore, you should spare yourself the trouble by reading through every single detail on the listing before you bid. That is another thing, folks. I did a video on that as well, on buyers not reading the descriptions. And how I know it's happened to me, and I end up selling stuff to these buyers, and after they receive the item, because they didn't read if it had a defect or something wasn't, I always put stuff described anyway. Everything is always, pretty much in detail when it comes to my listings. And I had that situation where a buyer made a purchase of an item from me, and because they didn't read the whole description, they said it was an item is defective or not as described, when in fact it wasn't defective, and it was described. They just didn't read the whole thing, and they end up sending it back to me saying, that was a reason, because the item was not as described, but it was. In that particular case, eBay did side with me because I wasn't right. But please be careful, okay, when it comes to the transaction. I tell people, even my videos, when it comes to me buying stuff, I read everything verbatim, especially in the description. Okay, and I also did a video on that too. Buyers not reading descriptions fully; they're not reading them all the way through. So pay attention to that. It's very important. And then it goes over here, if possible. Let me make sure I left over here. This Sadie. I'm just trying to see over here before you bid. All right, and then it says, if possible, request additional photos or information as well. Again, if the seller is reluctant to accommodate your request, they're probably hiding something. Okay, so make sure you're very precautious when it comes to this here. Look for red flags. Number 5, before you even contact the seller, look for the negative reviews, a lack of a refund policy, missing or vague information, or request for money orders, checks, or any other third-party payment methods. You should also generally be on the lookout for all things that simply sound too good to be true. If you see something selling a piece or an expensive hardware as described, brand new, for well under the market price, it's probably a scam. Okay, and then number 6, oh boy, it's got to help you. Okay, I'm just going to go through this really quick. I'm just going to read the highlights one here, and you can pick up on this where I left off. Okay, folks. It goes over here. As always, pay through the eBay approved methods. Number 7, document everything. Number 8, monitor your bank account and PayPal afterwards. And then you got over here, number 1, review your settings. Okay, we'll come back to that one now. This is method 2, number 1. And then over here, 2, it says set up a dedicated bank with email accounts. And number 3, familiarize yourself with common scams. Number 4, implement a strict return policy. Look for red flags. Number 6, wait to ship until you receive the payment. And what is the other one here? Number 7, use postage tracking. Of course, that's a given. Monitor your bank account with PayPal afterwards. Now, this one here, it sounds like we're doing it all over again here. I don't think we are, but these are some of the comments, or I should say, yeah, community questions and answers. If you want to read more into this here, I will scroll down to the bottom. If you want to pause the video and read it that way, you're more than welcome. I highly recommend you definitely go to the URL itself to read it. And I don't think I did give you the URL. If I didn't, I am sorry. I'm going to do it right now for you. And there are active hyperlinks here. All the wording in green here, it's all active hyperlinks. So you're definitely going to want to go to the website itself. And I'm going to give you that right now. It's www.wikihow.com. Okay? And you want to check this out. And the story you're looking for, let me scroll up to the top here, folks. To read more of the information, you could read more into it, because I don't want to read too much into it, because I'll be here. I don't want the reseller news to be too long. The one you want to read is how to avoid getting scammed on eBay. Okay, and that's on the WikiHow website. And last but not least, this one here is from the Balance. Let me give you the URL. It's www.thebalancesmb.com. Okay. The story goes on to say here how to recognize common eBay scams against buyers. Now, this is a good site. Okay, now you might say, well, we just went over that, but the reason I want to share this with you is because it's got a little more information there, and I think you guys might like it. Also, if it's got, this deals basically a lot with eBay. You got the privacy and safety basics, sell better, tips, service and tools, and shop better. And this is all eBay. When you click this little active hyperlink on here, it'll take you to all eBay information. eBay business resource, okay, like for example, start making money today with your own eBay business. This was posted June 25th, 2019 by Susan Wells, and it goes on exactly what is eBay. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I recommend you definitely check out this website here. It's got a lot of good information here, and I highly recommend you check it out. How do I find things to sell? Kitchen, whatever, the bathroom stuff, basement, garage, and attic. How do you know what price? How do you know what price something will sell for? Let's see here. What am I allowed to sell? It's got a lot of information, folks, and you could check it out. Again, if you get the chance, I highly recommend you check it out. And I think you'll be happy with this website. I like it. I come to this website every now and then. I keep checking it out. And but I do like all the tips they got over here too. They also got tips. Okay. When you click this on here, eBay do's and don'ts. Then it goes on to say, learn the best practices you should keep in mind on eBay, whether you're buying, selling, or just passing through. 9 tips for eBay. And these are all active hyperlinks, folks. So you got to, that's why I said you got to go to the website. See here, 9 tips for eBay buyers when filing a dispute. Okay, Craigslist can provide great inventory for great inventory for eBay sellers. And then over here, what do I do? What to do when eBay suspends your account? And they got a lot of information, and they got some more active hyperlinks here too. More videos for you to learn from on the tips. Very good website, very informative. Definitely check it out. And you could also sign up to receive their emails too. Okay, definitely a good website to check out. But we want to go back over here to the one more back here. This is it here. How to recognize common eBay scams. We already did. I know top eBay scams to avoid. And this is the table here. They got some more hyperlinks here, but it goes on to say here, this was posted, I said, March 18, 2019. Again, it'll tell you over here, as within the online transaction, being scammed on eBay is a risk that buyers take. Being asked to contact the seller before making a bid, purchasing steeply discounted items that are actually counterfeits, and in some ways, scammers target buyers. The good news is that scams that tend to occur are generally easy to recognize. Here are some of the common indicators of eBay scams that you should watch for in order to help you to avoid being a victim. Again, I'm just going to read the highlights. You can come back here and pick up. Email before you bid. Okay. High value in untested items. Deep discounts off a retail price. Request to pay by wire. Okay. Request to work with escrow, PayPal, or eBay agents. Missing transactions, second chances, super secret information on sale, for sale I should say, phishing emails pretending to be eBay. What if I've already been scammed? Well, we'll read this one here. Hopefully you don't get scammed. That's why I'm sharing this information with you guys. I don't want to see you guys get scammed out there. That's why I do these videos. Okay, what if I've already been scammed? Okay, if you're already fallen prey to one of these scams, your best bet are to work through the buyer protection and, if necessary, credit card dispute. Assuming that the transactions went through eBay and you were wise enough to pay with a major credit card, apart from these options, you are generally out of luck. Live and learn, never make the same mistake again. All right, that's all the person wrote in here. Okay, again, check it out, this website here, because they got a lot of information here. Yes, that's the only thing you can do. If you ever, however, though, if you work with PayPal, that's why I said I like PayPal. I don't know if it's going to work with the new managed payment service with eBay's implemented. And I think, I'm not too sure if they said in October sometimes, where everyone's going to have to be opted in there. But I really do love. I really do love having PayPal as a payment option. You know, I mean, that's what I like. I've been using it for many years, and I really would like to keep it. From what I was told by an eBay teammate, you still can use that as an option, but we'll see. Because every time I talk to a different teammate about it, they keep giving me different stories. So that's going to be something that's going to be yet to be seen. So we'll see if that works out. All right, let me get ready to close this video out. So bear with me for 1 second here. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you found the information helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated to when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is September 21st, 2019. I'm wishing you all happy eBay sales. Have a great weekend. Until next time, bye-bye for now.